I was reading a letter by Jack Dorsey to his employees, and I was amazed at the clarity of thought. What is clarity of thought? It is a mental state of focused, logical, unbiased, uncluttered thinking. It is a vision of how we want certain things done. And because of the non muddleness in our head, we become effective communicators and are able to take decisions without too much trouble. Why am I talking about clarity of thought today? Because I find that a lot of people are muddled. They do not really have any clear vision of where they want to go and absolutely no idea of what they want to achieve and how to go about in the methodology of achieving it. I realize that sometimes I also get into trouble because, strangely, I have very clear thinking. I process rather quickly, I'm organized, systematic, structured in the way I think. There are no biases, and therefore my decisions come out rather forthrightly. Welcome. Welcome to today's episode of What Is. What is clarity of thought? As I repeat, clarity of thought is basically having a clear, concise, uncluttered mind which knows what it's doing. Jack knew exactly what he was doing. He did not lay off his employees by half in a slow process. He just cut them overnight. Why? Not because his company was doing poorly, but because he realized that the very tools that he was building, intelligent tools, were able to bring productivity and efficiency to his own company with a much leaner employee base. He did not hem and haw, he did not worry about what people thought. He took the decision to build his company to become a bigger, better, and more profitable one. I do believe that there are a few tips that could help all of us become clear thinkers. Number one, the basics. I find people absolutely unaware of what the fundamental basics of a problem are. And if you and I are able to break down problems into the core, into its absolutely simple form, you will find yourself being far more clearer. Two, I think a lot of us are afraid to question. So we just presume that because certain things have been done in a particular way, they can continue to be done in a particular way. Which means basically we don't ask why, what, when, how, who. We just go along. We are too afraid to question. We just simply accept and swallow. How can you develop clear thinking if you just follow and don't use your own mind? Sometimes not simply breaking protocol for the sake of it, but simply believing that things can be done differently. Three, many of us don't have an appetite for risk. And the risk is what? According to me, too. Social awkwardness or embarrassment, which all of us are terrified of. And of course, sometimes a little loss of money. Jack wasn't afraid of what his employees would think of him when he laid them all off at one stroke. Of course, he explained himself, he gave excellent severance packages, he took them through the protocols of how it would be done. Why was he able to do that? Because he did not worry about what people would think of him. Two, he also realized that he was taking a risk, that maybe his company would falter if he took such a large-hearted risk at this stage of life. But he weighed and he did not possibly mind losing a little bit money to be able to make his company leaner, more efficient, and therefore more productive. So, for me, clear thinking comes once if we have goals. If we have goals, we have to learn to break those goals down into bite-sized bits, into foundational, absolute, simple terminology. Then develop the ability to question why things should just remain the way they are and why you and I can't innovate and create differently. But most importantly, three, the risk to not be worried about how you and I will be perceived by the world, and then to take a little bit of calculation and ask, what is the worst that will happen? You and I, we lose a little money, right? So go get clarity by doing what Jack Dorsey did. Basically, be uncluttered in your head, be absolutely logical and structured in the way you think. Maybe you'll be surprised. Clarity will come more easily than you ever imagined. If you like what you hear, Please do hit the like button. Please do share my video and of course continue to write to me at varkha@varkhachulani.com. Till next week, it's goodbye and thank you.